record requests. We also drew on newspaper reports, social media posts, and the personal materials of those involved. While more than 150 sources spoke with us, many did so under the condition that they remain unnamed. Others declined to be interviewed for the book or didn't respond to interview requests. Most notable among those who chose not to be interviewed, Larry Nassar, who did not speak to any reporters during the time between his arrest and the publishing of this book. We did our best to provide everyone mentioned in the story that follows an opportunity to participate and share their perspective. As our research gave us a deeper insight into Nassar and his actions, we came to understand this is a story about power and control. In the beginning, Nassar and the systems at USA Gymnastics and Michigan State University that enabled him exercised total control over the lives of the young women and girls he sexually assaulted. In the end, this remarkable group of survivors took back control, spoke truth to power, toppled the leadership of both institutions, and, in so doing, empowered countless others. Our decision to focus this version of events on certain women involved should in no way diminish the importance of those not mentioned. Every survivor's story matters. It is our hope that the accounts we chose reflect the strength and courage exhibited by the collective group. We have extensively checked events via interviews and through documents and other primary sources. We have sought to include a full range of perspectives in a fluid, unfolding story. We also wrestled with the question of surnames. We've decided to forego the journalistic practice of referring to certain women, like Jamie Dancher and Rachel Den Hollander, whom you'll meet shortly, by their surnames upon second reference. The same applies to Kyle Stevens, whom you'll meet later. For the sake of consistency and clarity, and because the listener will follow these three women through many stages of life, we chose to use their first names throughout the book. While on occasion we'll use first names of others for the purpose of clarity, we'll generally use surnames for all other subjects. Telling these stories properly means including sensitive events and difficult information of a nature that may be a trigger for survivors of sexual assault or others impacted by other types of sexual misconduct. After consulting with experts, we felt it was important to provide a fact-based account of Nassar's crimes that avoided minimizing his actions or making the events unclear by relying on euphemisms. We hope listeners will approach this story with that cautionary note in mind, and also keep in mind resources like the National Sexual Assault Hotline, 800-656-HOPE, and the National Child Abuse Hotline, 800-422-4453.
Prologue. More than anything, she remembers the fear. As Jamie Dancher walked briskly through the executive air terminal of the Oakland airport, she was gripped by a familiar churning in the pit of her stomach. It was the same feeling she experienced years earlier at every practice, competition, and trip to the ranch. By the summer of 2016, Jamie thought she was on her way to putting gymnastics in her past. She'd recently earned her real estate license. She hoped it would be her ticket away from the gymnastics camps and coaching that served as a source of income, but that were also a constant reminder of her own career in a leotard. She even avoided watching gymnastics on television. The thought of hearing praise for Bella and Marta Caroli, the legendary coaching couple who steered Jamie and her teammates to a bronze medal at the 2000 Sydney Olympics, made her feel sick. Jamie never felt proud of her decorated, elite gymnastics career. The memories of physically abusive training, eating disorders, and suicidal thoughts would forever outweigh the stacks of awards and honors she collected. The best day she experienced in the sport, she often told people, was the day she quit. At 34, Jamie was finally poised to put that part of her life behind her, when a conversation with another gymnast unearthed the darkest and most repressed of her gymnastics memories. It was something she'd never shared with anyone. She consulted with a former teammate before fully accepting the truth. She was a victim of sexual assault. Jamie's former teammate, Dominique Moceanu, had then connected her to a woman named Catherine Starr, a former Olympian and sexual abuse survivor in Southern California, who worked as a legal consultant on child sex abuse cases. Starr made the 90